of thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie is Philip Lindsay. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Lindsay. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Philip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Some of them might not be in. Nah, yeah, they saying that
this
every day at 6 o'clock.
7 yards deep.
That's why you want to get your game in early so then you don't have to reach to the last second. He's able to get it
across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. Yeah. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
They'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matt Judon gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Wilson to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now Cook, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Roethlisberger. Inman able to bring it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Black 20. Double dog. That's the way.
Roethlisberger will throw. He's got Jack Doyle, and he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Lawrence Guy in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Tag.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
But then he's going to ask you what team you want. I know he's going to.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, check Mike 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing is Wilson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum. because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll go again with Lindsey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run for Garner. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down, Detroit.
They'll run. It's Garner. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it now with Barner. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A tight end carry for Delaney Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss. It's Lindsey. Oh, he goes up top. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Bro, bullshit, run a different play. Bro, bull, man. Bro, I'm running different plays the whole entire game, bro.
To kick it away following the touchdown.
Bro, he just mad, bro. Cause look, I'm running goal line. I'm mixing it up though. Yeah, I'm mixing it up. I'm running goal line, nigga. I'm mixing it up on his bum ass. This nigga threw.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No. It been 24.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
Bro, I got what's the name?
Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
He just but I had that nigga held to 10 rushing yards, yo.
And start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Devin Cook. But I didn't pick my play, and he just...
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
He got Dalvin Cook, bro. He got
it's a loss of 5 there.
He got Joey Bosa, bro. That nigga is fucking me up, bro. I can't get out pocket. Shit.
On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. There's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Going up top. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Jim, 14.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
14.
Another run by Lindsey. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. They're triggered.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
This nigga's a fucking...
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Yeah, they
Brandon,
gonna
at least
kick
there's
you
one
out, but
bright
they
side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick,
I
just
know they not gonna
incomplete
kick
that
me
time.
out. 'Cause I'm that bug. I got kicked out of this league before. Yeah, but then they changed it and he invited me back. I said, I gotta come back, you feel me? Nigga, I was undefeated, dude.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien.